Perfect.
What's the mother? Hey, man, you know what it is. We're doing a little bit of appropriate this evening. Man, want to shout out to Fox 26. Want to shout out to Sauce Nation. Want to shout out to the Roundtable. Man, hey, man, very eventful day. A lot of stuff going on. And I know what y'all are here to talk about. I know what y'all ready to get into. Y'all have seen the thumbnail. The Roundtable is here to talk about bringing back baseball. Yes, baseball is back. I'm ready. Hopefully we keep Correa. All that. Y'all know I don't know nothing about no baseball, bro. We here to talk about Deshaun, the allegations, the cases or that were not, and all that good stuff. We got a lot of opinions on this, so this should be very interesting. Hold on a second. Hold on one second. But shout out to Houston Texas Talk. Appreciate the super chat love. We're gonna get to that. But first, gentlemen, who we got joining us in the roundtable this evening? And if y'all ain't familiar with Sauce Sports is the freshest flavor in H-Town sports. The original, often imitated, never quite duplicated. Just ain't got all the right spices and flavors. Roundtable. Who we got joining us this evening, man?
It really don't matter. But Honcho, you's a hater. You a hater. You want to know why you're a hater?
Yes.
You don't disrespect baseballs like that.
What?
How dare you disrespect baseballs like
that? I disrespect baseball.
The Astros is back. They're going to bring my boy Correa's back. And guess what? They's a real winners.
Yes.
So you support them and start watching.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I don't know nothing about that. I don't want to jump on the bandwagon late and be like, oh, they won the World Series. Now look, here go Honcho.
Many fans. Come on now.
Man, it's nothing but love. Look. Baseball is what it is. At least they winning something around here. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing but love for the Astros. I just don't, I don't want to be that guy. Now you want to be an Astros fan, huh? What happened all that other time? You know how them people, they don't want to start that conversation. But who else we got joining us in the round this evening?
Man, you already know who it is. It's Third Coast Sports TV, man. Wink's in the building once again. I tried to tell y'all, bro. Y'all don't know what y'all was talking about. You was out here talking about this boy's a warrior. I ain't finna go ahead and say what kind of warrior they say he was. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep the massage parlors out of the conversation. Because clearly.
Why? Why are they out of the conversation? They are still a part of the conversation. They may not be the conversation we thought they were. Hey.
It's allegedly. We don't deal with none of that because in the court of law, that boy is innocent until proven guilty. Shout out to Deshaun Watson. Shout out to Fox 26 for allowing us to go ahead and do this video. Hot topic. We need to go ahead and talk about it. And all the fans of Houston and everybody who has something to say about him, go ahead and just go in the darkest closet in your house. Just turn off the light and stand there.
Who else we got in the mix tonight, man?
Man, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy Spitz, man. Shout out to everybody there at South Sports, man. Shout out to everybody there at South Nation. Appreciate y'all for joining us in, man. Shout out to Fox 26. You already know what it is. It's the original Houston Roundtable. Off the invitation, never duplicate. You already know what it is. And hey, piggyback off of what Wink just said. Everybody out there, like we tried to tell some of y'all. That there was no real evidence. So all y'all out there who thought that he was gonna be in handcuffs, man, y'all hot butter garbage looking like right now. That's what y'all looking like right now.
Now again, we're gonna have a very interesting conversation about this whole topic because I think there's so many angles, there's so many directions this thing can be taken. But before we get into that, man, it's something we do around here. If you're new to this and not true to this, we call the Sauce Nation roll call. So, hey, shout out to Side with Pride wherever you may be in the greater Houston area. If you are not located in the greater Houston area, you need to make better life decisions. It's too late. We closed. Nobody else welcome, so y'all going to have to watch from the outside looking in. And anyway, whatever. But again, wherever you may be, let us know where you're at. We'll send a little bit of love your way. But yeah, man. So as we get into this conversation, like I said, there's a lot of different perspectives to look at, right? And let me make sure we get Houston Texas Talk. His super chat says, wrong about my prediction of the indictment, but we benefit regardless. Get to the bank. Texas picks are plentiful. So first and foremost, there have been some allegations against me, claiming that I have been a hater. I've been hating on Deshaun Watson. I have been trying to bring the brother man down.
Facts.
I don't know, but we'll have to check. These are alternative facts.
I got to give you a trill. Facts with a Z at the end. Facts. Shout out to Trill.
Man, Trill don't get no shout out. Trill know where he's supposed to be at. But yeah, man. So I don't think I was wrong, right? So I know people say, "Oh, Honcho, you said this and said that." Yeah, I said it. And Samson Simpson, I stick by my story. Again, what people do in their off time and of their own home, that's fine, right? But like I said, I still believe where there's smoke, there's fire. Hey, the American legal system works in wonderful ways. But fortunately, like Asmel said, we're going to get the benefit of it no matter what. Now, this can expedite the situation because what I've been saying all along is let's hurry up and get this over with. Let's see what the future of the Texans is going to be. Where do we move on? Let's get over this Deshaun saga. But now, some people are saying the opposite. Some people are saying now that because teams have jumped off the train, that his options have become limited on some of the teams that are in the mix, only teams that he's rejected before, that there's other people who feel like there may be another element to this. So I want to know, and we'll start off with the wise man. Does this absolve Deshaun Watson in the eyes of NFL fans, especially Houston fans? And is Deshaun Watson gone? Do more suitors enter the arena now because there are no criminal charges? Or does he stay a Houston Texan?
So you're saying a lot of this, you're saying a lot of that. You're saying a lot of nonsense right now, to be honest. I'm very disappointed, very, very disappointed. How dare another black man hit him and another black man downfall? How dare? Woo! But anyways, to be honest, I said this on Tuesday, bro. I said Deshaun Watson was going to be innocent. I'm on Deshaun Watson's side. A lot of people in town saying is they want to turn it back on Deshaun Watson. But let's go back here real fast. Like Spitz brought it up last on Tuesday. We cannot forget this man, Deshaun Watson, was a man that had a collapsed lungs, that rode a bus from Houston to Florida, and played a game against the Jacksonville Jaguars and won a game that was pivotal for us to make a playoff run and win the division, right? Am I right or am I wrong? Did Deshaun Watson go to the franchise and say that he wanted to be a part of the coaching decision in the general manager search? And is this the same organization that went to a firm too and got some suggestions? Is that correct? And did they hire any of those people that were suggested by the firm or Deshaun Watson?
No.
Okay. I got another question. I got another point to bring up real fast. All right. So when Deshaun Watson, I mean, when we was having that
Yeah, I'm long. Real small. All right. Hold on. Yeah, pardon us. Slight technical difficulty. We try to resolve that matter. You were saying, Wise?
Yeah. So what I was saying was, wasn't this the same quarterback that was bringing us back in multiple games and the defense had failed us?
Possibly.
Was this the same man that got kicked in the eye and threw a touchdown, a game-winning touchdown against the Oakland Raiders?
Well, I may have heard something about that.
Is this the same man that went out on his first game on his birthday, his rookie year, and beat the Cincinnati Bengals on Monday Night Football?
I heard something about that.
Is this a man that dealt with Bill O'Brien's, that ruined the whole franchise and traded away all his key assets? And well, not JJ, because JJ left after him, but and DeAndre Hopkins, Dwayne Brown, Jadeveon Clowney.
Is this not the same
right
man that came to bat for that man, though?
Did the franchise not fail the quarterback?
But did the quarterback go to bat for the same man that undermined the franchise?
He tried to. He did. He showed up every Sunday, even when he had these allegations and stuff like that. Who was at practice? Who was at training camp? Who was at OTAs? Deshaun Watson. So I'm getting tired of the disrespect in the city that they want to hate on this man for no reason. They want to hate on this man, but they forget the great things that he did, bro. They want to go on allegations. They want to go on he say, she say. type of things, bro. Like we need to start with that, and we need to wait until the actual facts come out because that's how things should play out. And you should let the justice system handle it. And what the justice system found was Deshaun Watson is a free man, like what I said was going to happen. So I'm gonna stand by that. And you see my face, you can put a picture to it. I don't care. You can say you're a woman hater. I'm not a woman hater. I think everything of women's, but Deshaun Watson is innocent, and we're going to see if he's going to have an opportunity to leave this franchise. And I think he's going to stay, like I said. He's going to try to rectify the situation, and maybe we see Deshaun Watson back with the Houston Texans because Davis Mills is not it. Davis Mills is trash. He's the sorriest quarterback I didn't see in a long time. And I know y'all want to say, oh, he had this stats, he had that stats, but it's all in garbage time minutes. So that's all the point I want to make because I see Spitz trying to get to a point real fast.
What the sorriest quarterback?
Ever seen.
Yeah. Well, we good? Okay.
That should be good.
Yeah, we good. We good.
Okay, what was the question again, man?
It was a long, elaborate question. Basically, after everything that has taken place, the situation we're in now, ultimately, is Deshaun out of there, or somehow, some way, does Deshaun remain in Houston, Texas? Has this absolved him in the eyes of NFL fans?
And also, Honcho was a hater.
Well, like I said, the moment any allegations come out, you always have a pocket of people. You always have a collection of people who always believe somebody does something negative because people love to believe the worst in people instead of believing the best in people. So there will always be somebody out there, no matter what. They can have concrete evidence that every single woman was lying, and there will always be somebody out there. Well, nah, I think it was planted, or so yeah, you'll never appease everyone, but let me just make this. I'm gonna just make this answer short and sweet. If the Texans know what's best for their franchise, they keep Deshaun Watson. Point blank. Period. There's no discussion. There's no, oh, we can get this type of draft capital. What do you do with said draft capital? You try to build a team and what? Find the franchise quarterback. Newsflash to everybody out there in the city of Houston, who Davis Mills fans or whatever. You have a franchise quarterback. Rectify the situation, because just a year ago, it was the same noise we was hearing coming out of Green Bay. The exact same noise. Aaron Rodgers went out, and the Packers actually drafted his replacement. They actually spent the first round draft pick on a quarterback, jumped up. Now, mind you, not just they drafted the first round pick, they jumped up in the first round to go get the guy. So he actually had a legitimate gripe, and they actually had a legitimate replacement. But what he do? He bring them 2 MVPs, and they give him $200 million. Like I've been saying since last week, money talk and bull walk. So you do what you gotta do as a franchise. So Nick and Cal and Jack and Hannah, whatever the thing is, y'all get together, have a meeting amongst yourselves, and y'all find a way. Anyway, come hell or high water to rectify the situation, because that's the only way you're gonna get out of this live. That's the only way you're gonna get out of this correctly, is you rectify the situation and you let Deshaun Watson continue to play football over on Kirby and NRG Stadium. That's it. There's nothing else to discuss. You can hit the stream. There's nothing else to talk about. That's it. That's it.
Facts.
Sad. Link, your thoughts on the outcome of this situation? Should the Texans be trying to retain the service of Deshaun Watson? Has the market opened up for Deshaun Watson? I mean, what are your thoughts? What is after this outcome? What do you think happens?
I think you're on mute.
Yeah, you on mute.
Yeah. I'm not sure what's happening right now. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the sound there. We'll come back around. Okay, but getting back to it. So now that everything is kind of, like I say, kind of been defined as to what it's going to be. As far as there's no criminal charges. Now some teams can breathe easy. They can take back their private investigators. They can, not have to worry about the legal ramifications.
There we go.
Of the situation. So, do you think the market is open back up for them? What do you think happens? I know we said your thoughts were on it.
For me, I don't think it's marketed closed. I think the fact that teams just want to see it play out, which we now see right before the league year starts. Free agency is underway in 5 days. It came just in the right. It came just in time. You got a month or so away from the draft, and for the fans' sake, as well as his own, you now have clarity over the situation. There's no reason that we need to discuss it anymore. The shame should be felt by those who had everything to say. I ain't gonna name no names. Ray, you know what I'm saying? Y'all do what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. It's a lot of people, who was out here trying to drag the dude, and to each his own. Whatever he decides to do in his personal life, it's all fine and well. I care more about the player on the field. And the player on the field has exhibited more than enough leadership, more than enough skill, more than enough grit, and more than enough passion for the game than I've seen since DeAndre Hopkins has left this football team. He's the last of the Mohicans as far as the Houston Texans are concerned. My thing is the Houston Texans need to come out and have a press conference or give some credence as to saying congratulations to Deshaun Watson, or letting it be known that they are still in support of him regardless of the situation. And Nick Casario and Lovie Smith need to go ahead and put their heads together and do everything they can to keep this man on this football team. If they don't choose to do it, then you better get a hell of a haul going forward, because the NFL draft this year and next year is going to be very, very deep. So you might as well, if you can't come to some sort of agreement, you might as well bleed any team who is in the running for Deshaun Watson, bleed them for everything, and then bleed them again for 3 more lifetimes. He's worth that much. He's going to change any franchise that he goes to, and you're immediately going to be taken seriously, regardless of what Real Tech thinks.
I do know this is still International Women's Month, right? Or Women's Month, or whatever If the Texans came out in defense of Deshaun, I think that'd be the worst thing that they could do as far as PR. I think if you came out, because regardless of how people see it, is a man has philandered with a significant number of women in an inappropriate way, people are still going to look at him as a sexual deviant. Hold on. All right. One.
Honcho, you're not being real. Stop it.
What are you saying?
You're being real sauce. You're not giving the people the real sauce. You're not giving the people the real drip. You don't care about no National Women's Month, bro. So stop that. Let's be honest. We love our black mothers.
I love the
our
ladies.
black sisters. We love our black daughters. We love our white women's. We love our Spanish women's. We love our Indian women's, our Asian women's. It don't matter what type of women's we love them. But we don't care about Black History Months. We don't care about Women's Months. We don't care about International Months. We don't care about this. We got other things to do. We worried about the gas prices and this and that. And you talking about
all I'm saying, as a national brand to come out and defend a gentleman who just had to go and deal with 20 plus accusers. Scotty, really? You know what?
No. See, you look at it all wrong. It'll be different if he was indicted or if the charges were still pending. They neglected not to charge him, so therefore they defended an innocent man. How could you be going wrong with defending somebody that's innocent? That makes no sense. That's what you're supposed to do.
In the court of public opinion, it don't matter if you're innocent.
That's true. I agree with you. I agree. I understand what you're saying. I get that.
So when you walk down a dark alley, Honcho, or they're scared of you being a big black man with big black arms and dreads?
They might be.
No, they're afraid of you.
But then I got to question myself. What am I doing walking down dark alleys? What kind of shenanigans am I up to? What kind of behavior am I on? I got to look at myself.
This man gonna say they can't post because of National Women's Month. Like, stop that. Like,
yeah, man.
Bro, y'all know the society that we live in. Y'all know the temperature of the country we live in right now.
People is too soft in America right now. And you know that. So you need to get back to being reals, because that's how it's gotta be. In 2022, we being reals. Stop being fake, because it ain't real sauce and you ain't.
When have the Texans ever been real?
It ain't about the Texans. What about you being real?
I'm being 100% real. I'm ready to sell Deshaun Watson. Sorry, let me sell it because y'all gonna say, "Oh, you talking about slavery?" I'm ready to trade Deshaun Watson to the highest bidder and start a new era of Houston Texans football. I am not going back to the old girlfriend. I'm not going back to the ex. I'm not keeping change. You know what I'm saying? Throw that out the window. No.
Well, technically, they did that too during slavery. They traded too. They trade people too. But that's a conversation for another year. That's nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. This is just a different conversation. But still, back to what I was saying originally. That makes sense. That doesn't make any sense, Honcho. Like, stop it. Stop it. The best thing for the Houston Texans to do is to get Deshaun Watson to play football. Not draft capital they can get for Deshaun Watson, to get Deshaun Watson to play football. That's the best thing. So what Nick Casario and Lovie Smith and Cal McNair and Hannah McNair and Jack Easterby and whoever else down the street on Kirby need to do, put all their big ass heads together and find a way to get in the good graces of this young man so he can go out there and play football for the city of Houston. Point blank. Period. That's the only thing. That's what we need to be discussing right now. To come up with a game plan. To come up with a game plan to come get him to play football. That's it.
See, y'all out here trying to give the gentleman too much power, right? This is my whole thing with the Deshaun Watson thing. And I know people say Aaron Rodgers and you talk about Peytons and all stuff throughout the years, the Bradys and quarterbacks getting what they want. Those quarterbacks were winners. Those quarterbacks prove something. What has Deshaun Watson done besides make it look really good to deserve all this say-so within the organization?
Right here.
Yes, sir.
Let me say something. Did Joey Burrows, Cincinnati Bengals #1 pick, 2 years ago draft, didn't they ask him for the NFL draft last year? Oh, who do you want us to take for the pick? The #3 pick in the draft, Jamar Chase. And what did they do? They went out there and got Jamar Chase. And what did they do? They went out there and went to the Super Bowl, Honcho. I ain't trying to hear that bull smack.
Did Joey Burrow ever sit out a year on him?
Did Deshaun sit out here on Texas?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Oh my God.
How? Did he show up to training camp?
Yeah, he showed up.
He didn't. Did the Texans
Okay.
tell him to go home?
Exactly. Did he deactivate himself?
Why y'all out here filming me every day? Don't y'all get tired of it?
Bro,
He wasn't practicing. They wasn't practicing.
Don't matter. If they go out there, they want him to be a practice dummy. If they want him to be whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He was a distraction. Period.
No, he wasn't. Honcho, man, come on. You
His off the field actions.
Okay.
His off the field actions made him a distraction within training camp.
Okay. Who was more of a distraction, him or Jack Easterby?
Deshaun Watson. I saw more Deshaun Watson than I saw Jack Easterby.
You a damn lie. Stop it. You a damn lie. The truth ain't in you.
I saw more Deshaun Watson than I've seen Jack Easterby.
Yeah, because Jack Easterby keep leaving. You don't never see him. He's
I know
scared.
Deshaun
He's
Watson
scary.
role. I know the power that Deshaun Watson holds. I don't know what Jack Easterby does.
Exactly, because he won't show his face. Hey, Jack. I want an interview. I want you to lay out everything you do. I want to know exactly what you do. This message for Jack Easterby right here, clearly. I want a one-on-one interview, bro. Just one-on-one. I got some interesting stuff I want to ask you. That's all.
That's all. I seen him do a little interview on YouTube.
I know.
Step Up, it was some real good.
Yeah.
See how y'all want to harass this good man who's trying to do nothing but cleanse the filth and vile behavior that has been permeating the Houston Texans organization for years.
Bro, stop, man.
Jack Easterby is a good man.
You can't sit up here with a straight face and say that what the Texans have been doing for the last 2 years is in practice. You can't sit up here and say that. Mal in practice. You can't sit up here and say that.
No, I cannot. All right, when we get to the Jack Easterby thing, I can't get you out of there. Look, I'll defend my boy Mills, but I can't do the Jack Easterby thing. But all shenanigans to the side, though. Like I said, again, y'all want to give power and say so and believe in a guy. This is the same guy who came to bat for Bill O'Brien. So you can't have it both ways. You can't say, okay, let's listen to him when this is the same one who wanted Bill O'Brien. Everybody hates Bill O'Brien, hates that decision. That's what he wanted. But then you can't turn around and say, okay, well, let's give him some say-so. Obviously, he has it figured out. That was a choice he wanted. What happened immediately after? He went to bat for that man. He attached his name to that man. He made that decision.
He was ride or die for his franchise.
So what happened to that? What happened? So he signed a contract and no more ride or die?
Hey. Let me ask you this: if somebody in charge or had the capability of giving you 164 million, 120 guaranteed, when you sing that good praises as well? Just a question, just a simple question: yes or no? If somebody was in charge of handing you,
this question is a little bit more complicated.
If someone is in why? Because he sung his praises after the loss to Kansas City, and then 6 months later was handed a contract of 164 million, 110, 115 guaranteed by the person who he defended. So therefore, he knew that contract was coming down the pipeline. My man Ray is no fool. If I know somebody is inclined to give me this type of money, don't you think I'm not going to alienate them and talk down on them and talk bad about them? I'm going to talk good about them. Don't you think that? Don't you think that is the case? Just a question, a simple yes or no with this fight.
Would Deshaun have got that money whether or not Bill O'Brien was in the picture? Eventually,
yes,
one way or another.
Yes, eventually, yes. But I'm just saying, if someone is directly in charge of getting you that contract, if the person who's directly in charge of paying you that, and you're asked a question about that person who's directly in charge of giving you this money, wouldn't you be like, "Oh yeah, he good"? You're not gonna say, "Well, he trash."
But my thing was he asked a question or did he just come out the woodworks and show his support?
He actually did come out the way. Like I said, I think he genuinely liked Bill O'Brien, to be honest with you. This is what me and Trill go back and forth all the time. I actually think he genuinely liked Bill O'Brien. Because you can genuinely like somebody, want to go out, drink a beer with them, whoop, 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 but not really think they're a good football coach. Yeah. I think he genuinely liked Bill O'Brien. I don't know how he really felt about him as a coach, but I think as a person, I think he actually liked him, personally. That's just me.
I can see that, but he got, but again, that's what I say. You got to know where those feelings stop and where it's all about business. And that's my issue. Like I said, so far the last business decision he agreed to didn't come out all of it.
And we're talking about somebody who at the time 24, 25 years old. I mean, he don't have everything figured out.
I agree.
Exactly. How can you be Honcho. I'm disappointed in you. I'm very
I know what he did have figured out, but since this is
he was doing like any other man would do in his 25 and tooting that thing up.
Russell Wilson wouldn't do that. Russell Wilson would never.
And Russell Wilson is a simp.
Man, y'all probably gonna have to mute everybody else when I go, so it's not so it's bad, bro. Like, we cannot compare Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson and anyway. Their talents are totally different. They bring totally different things to the table. We're not finna sit and act like every young man in this world with millions of dollars finna have it all. And at the end of the day, situations happen. I'm not gonna judge somebody on being. It's when you keep making the same decisions, then you start to have a poor judge of character. This is what he's done. What he's done is unforeseen. You know, I'm not saying he didn't contribute to a situation, but obviously he was able to get himself out of it because he had good lawyers to be able to defend him, and they didn't have the proper amount of evidence. So what does it all matter? At the end of the day, people are finna come flying to him in this situation if the Houston Texans feel they want to move on. It's no way around it. Like, they got to pay to play if they do decide to move on. There's no way around it.
Sure.
If you have something and everybody is around you trying to get whatever you have, they're trying to purchase. They're coming up, calling you on a daily basis, wanting to purchase, giving up the farm, giving up all this. When do you sit back and be like, this thing I have is so valuable that everybody around the city wants it, and I'm already in possession of it. They want to give me everything for it. Maybe I should keep it myself. Because everybody wants it for something. There's a reason why everybody wants said item. So in essence, if every team in the NFL is calling for Deshaun Watson, other than giving up all these picks and players and these things right here, when do you decide to look in the mirror like, you know what, this guy is this valuable that everybody wants him? Maybe I should keep him for myself and find a way to make it work. Because I don't care what nobody says. He's done. Everybody act like they talk to Deshaun Watson personally. Like they in text groups with Deshaun Watson. They go over to his house and eat dinner. Like, they just really know what Deshaun Watson is thinking, how he's really feeling. People are fluid. Situations are fluid. Things are always changing. Things have changed 5 times today alone, let alone this past week, let alone this past year. You find a way to make it work. You sit him down and y'all discuss, y'all hash everything out. Because when he said that he didn't want to be here, as before Lovey was here, and it was the moment when Nick Casario first got hired, things have changed. The organization is different. It's not in the same spot it was in a year ago. We actually kind of, especially with the hiring of Lovey Smith, we see a light at the end of the tunnel. Small glimmer, but we see something. It's something there. You just need him to see it as well. Convince him of that. I think that Lovey can, if they can get in the conversation and sit them down. The Texans have to decide themselves that we need to get this done, because they're the actual, at the end of the day, they're the person who can make this thing move. Where no, I don't care about the Sean's no trade clause. I know people want to bring that up. It doesn't matter. Like why I say it doesn't matter. The Texans themselves have to make a move if they want him to be moved. They have to start with themselves. What do we need to do to make sure this young man stays in the city of Houston?
That's the smartest thing. Like,
Okay.
why is
Correct.
hate us? Why is Barry hate us? Like, why y'all can't get this through y'all thick skulls? Like, why y'all can't understand that having a superstar quarterback like Deshaun Watson don't come around too often? Like, we've been praying for a franchise quarterback for 20 years, and this guy can go out here, put his body on the line for the Houston Texans, make spectacular plays, keep us in every single game. The only thing we was missing is the defense around this guy, and you telling me that you want Davis Mills as your quarterback? Stop that, bro. You telling me you want to move on to an unknown, unproven commodity in the draft? Like, that doesn't make sense to Wise. That's not wise. You need to go to church. You need to go to school. I don't know what y'all need to do. Y'all need to do some studying. I don't know, because y'all been talking crazy lately. Y'all been talking real crazy. Y'all starting to irritate me. Like, I'm getting real disappointed in all y'all. Like, y'all need to realize, like, y'all want to be haters. Y'all want to hate on your own. Y'all want to know who the real is? Y'all hate us. Don't want to say we hate us. We supporting our quarterback. We supporting the guy that's still on our roster that's getting paid. Like, stop that. The man did good things for the city. The man that gave up his first NFL check. Let's not forget about things like that. So stop it.
1 second. I want to address a point that Spitz made about everybody wanting something you have.
Before you address the point, I have to address something about you. Why are you holding Scotty looking like the supervillain from Inspector Gadget?
Yes. Scotty has came to join the stream. He said he hadn't made an appearance in a while, so he said he wanted to come shout out to the people at Fox 26. He wanted to shout out to Sauce Nation. Say, make sure everybody know that he is alive. This is a proof of life. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all be talking about I don't feed the dog fat as ever. Anyway, so how I guess you could say world powers exploit, or people believe that world powers exploit, maybe smaller nations or less developed nations for their resources, right? Well, I don't feel like you can be exploited if you know what to do with those resources. So obviously, those smaller nations don't have the capabilities, the knowledge, or experience, whatever it is, to be able to utilize that resource so that it can be a benefit to them and their people. The Houston Texans are that smaller nation. They have a resource in Deshaun Watson. Obviously, they don't know how to work with that resource. It's not coming together. If something's not, congealing or whatever. And this resource, this asset, this element, whatever it is, doesn't want to mix well, doesn't want to play well. Maybe some other scientists, some other people know what to do with it. They can use it.
Null and void, right there. Let me finish this. Let me eat this. First of all, oh my gosh, this man Honcho, you almost let me say something I don't want to say. Oh my God, that we can't say on stream. Come on now.
Yeah. He only may go there too.
Has Deshaun Watson played a game under Lovie Smith as the head coach?
No, but he also didn't play one under David Cutler.
Has Nikki Scissors, shout out to Nikki Scissors, because I know Nikki Scissors always tune into the sauce. Has Nikki Scissors ever built a roster for Deshaun yet, knowing that he was going to have Deshaun Watson as his starting quarterback for that season?
Yes.
No, he hasn't. Stop it. This is a new regime.
So you're telling me that Nikki Scissors came here without intentions of having Deshaun Watson?
No, yeah, he knew he wasn't going to have Deshaun Watson either, bro. We all know this. So, and he had to get up all those contracts. We had a whole cap casualty situation. So going into this offseason, when he have about $30 million in cap or crazy more cap space, hopefully get us to like $40 to $50 million, he can make some moves to build around Deshaun Watson, like bringing in Amari Cooper, like bringing in a Bobby Wagner, like bringing in some veteran guys like Mondale or somebody like that. Like you can bring in it's an amount of dudes that you can bring in here, and you got the number 3 pick in the draft. So
or Allen Robinson.
When I was getting off the elevator and I was driving home from work and I was going off on Braylon, how you going to argue hypothetical facts? We don't know if Deshaun Watson going to work under Nicky Casario or Lovie Smith because we haven't seen it yet.
But isn't it hypothetical to assume that they would, though? It's a hypothetical on both sides.
No, it's an unknown fact. It's an ungiven fact. That's all I'm saying. You can't just say that. I'm not saying that it's going to work out. I'm just saying we got to wait and see. And it is a given fact that Deshaun Watson is a top 5 quarterback when he's healthy in this league. That's a given fact.
He's number 2, man. Like,
you said Deshaun is a top 5 quarterback? Where did he rank in 2021?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, man, Honcho, man, I'm vastly disappointing you this evening. Vastly disappointing you this evening. This is horrible. This is horrible stuff. I'm vastly disappointing you, bro. This is horrible. I don't know. I don't know if you're doing your best Soldier Boy / 6ix9ine trolling situation going on right here. I don't know what you're doing. Whoever it is, you have to put it up, bro, because it's not working. It's not working because It just don't make no damn sense, man. What the Texans need to do, what they better do, we can sit there and speculate and say everything, but what they better do is make it work. That's what they better do. If they know what's best for them, they better do that. I know why I said people need to go out there in church and go pray. If Jack say he is, y'all better all have a prayer meeting together. Do whatever it is y'all got to do to make sure that Foe is throwing touchdowns in NRG.
You're doing your best Whitney Merciless impression right now. You literally showed up last week and you're disappearing for another 6 weeks. Like, bro, this takes, bro. They just don't last, bro. Like, at the end of the day, bro, you can't go on like this, bro. We don't need this from you, Honcho, bro. We can't be on air too much longer if we gonna sit here and you gonna be saying that he is not a top 5 quarterback, bro. We're gonna get kicked off of Fox, bro. And we just gonna be on YouTube forever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we gotta do better. We gotta do better, and we gotta do it better right now. Because we all know if Deshaun Watson, that boy worked hard, that boy accuracy got better every year. He done thrown to Chan Hansen, bro. He done thrown to Kiki Kuti. He done thrown to multiple bums on this football team, made them look like they was actually good in this football league. It's not a coincidence that this man can make it happen. You give him some big body guys with Nico, you give him a Brevin Jordan, you give him some tight ends in free agency, you build this man a defense. But if they can pull it off and they can keep this man on this football team, bro, this team can turn this fortress around extremely quick when you have Deshaun Watson as your quarterback. I understand if people gonna still, detract the statement to seeing that he's been off a year later, bro. If Peyton Manning can do it with a neck surgery, bro, with horrible nerves in his neck, bro, as 30 being 36, 37 years old, Deshaun at 26 years old should be able to get on the field in no time, practice, make sure that his body is at least in enough shape to be able to compete on the football field. And when the new year starts, it's only going to take him about 3 or 4 games, if that, to make sure that he's a viable option for this football team. If you believe in Davis Mims at all to be able to take over when the season starts, bro, you just bro. I don't get it, bro. I don't understand what it is. The Hall, if you don't make this man your day one starter when the league starts, and if they decide to go with Mims, what are you really going to do when it comes to the compensation? Because I think that's what we have to discuss more than anything if we do decide to move on from Deshaun Watson.
Like I said, you gotta give me a second. Just gotta get on my nerves. If you're gonna get out, I ain't finna take it out. Again, like I said, I think I've placed a poll within the chat, okay, and just inquired, would you welcome Deshaun Watson back? It's about 2/3 yes, about 1/3 no. I think that this is a slightly accurate view of the populace. Some people, hey, yeah, I used to date the chick. She played me a little bit and trying to embarrass me a little bit, but she was fun. We had good times. She used to do some strange things. I ain't never seen nowhere else. So she might be cool. Might be worth going back to it one more time. It might be worth one more spin around the block. Who knows? Who knows? Just maybe it works this time. Just maybe, and maybe it does. Some people have toxic relationships and they succeed eventually, or it works for them. I'm just saying, I don't have any particular interest in playing Ring Around the Rosie and going back and engaging in those shenanigans.
Right
How you unmuted? I just unmuted because I saw you getting active.
That's a bad analogy, so you need to stop. I don't know what you're doing today. I don't know. You need to go on a hiatus or what. But I don't know what's going on today. Like they said, what was wrong with Wise earlier? What is wrong with Honcho? Like Jesus Christ, I can only imagine what they're saying in that chat right now. Like what? I know Wink is. Ooh, I know True gonna fly you up in the Discord. Oh, I can't wait. Jesus Christ. 49 for the Patreon.
even Sims can change their fortunes, bro. Even though they can come out of the foggy clouds and the false sense of morality that they come through life, bro. Everybody has a bro. You can be a loser and be a winner, and bro. That's exactly why age is on our side, bro. We have every ability to be able to change and right away all the wrongs that we made in our prior lives, bro. Don't define the decisions right now. How does he grow from this? If he stays on the same path, then you have every right to say that okay, he is what I thought he was, and give the man the chance to be able to change your mind. Is all I would say.
He changed my mind in the wrong direction. I always thought Watson was a stand-up dude. Hey, proud of that. This guy, my quarterback. No weird allegations, no nothing. Again, no criminal charges, so I'm not going to levy that on him. But again, to be able to end up in a situation like that means that you got some, you may be into some different things, right? And I'm not knocking everybody, everybody into whatever. And I can't knock a man for being into the things he into. But I'm just saying, the view shifted once all this occurred. And it's going to take a whole lot for me to feel different about it. What you got there, Mr. Spitz?
Let me ask you this. Would you feel the exact same way that you feel right now if he never asked for a trade? The allegations came out a year ago. He doesn't play. He's suspended or whatever. He doesn't play all year. And then we in this exact same moment we in right now. But there's never, he never requested a trade. Would you be wanting the Texans to trade him? Okay. Flip it the opposite way. He asked for a trade, but there's no such allegations. And he asked for a trade for the exact same reason because of the team's not bad misfortunes, but the mishandling of the uses that we've seen for the last couple of years. Because if I'm not mistaken, majority of the people before any of these allegations came out, majority of the people were in Deshaun corner, like, man, I want out of Houston too because this, that, and the third. So, is it the combination of the two things that made you feel this way, or is it more so one or the other?
Look, my whole deal is this. If you don't want to be here, don't want you here. If he'd have got caught up in catching 10 bodies and said, I didn't do it, but I want to be a Houston Texan for life. And we never had an allegation, I want to leave, I want to be somewhere, I want to be in the beach weather and all that. I'd be riding for Deshaun. I'd ride for him until the wheels fell off. But he got other plans. He want to do something different. I told y'all, we talked about this when these things first started. And I told y'all I started seeing the Hollywood stuff before the Pro Bowl thing. When I said that we was in the Discord and I said he's starting to act like LeBron. And people said, oh, he was wrong. You're two of the most stubborn individuals. And we talked about it today. Said, you know what? Yeah, we did say that. You were right about that. I'm not a Hollywood type person. To me, Houston ain't a Hollywood type city. Like, what kind of Hollywood superstars have we ever really had? You know what I mean? Like, I know some people try to say Harden wasn't really Hollywood to me. He did some weird stuff, but I don't consider him a Hollywood type dude. Now, other things, we ain't gonna get into that. But so like I said, that type of character just don't appeal to me. Now, you could be Hollywood, but you say JJ's Hollywood? I wouldn't call him JJ's like a country boy. I'm not knocking for like taking his opportunities to to get the little things that he could, but it wasn't like he wanted to be in LA or Miami or country folk. I didn't know he hosted any country music awards. I had no idea about that. Now I do remember him being on Saturday Night Live. Oh, we'll see. Ah, well, see, that's brotherly love. Ain't got nothing to do with Hollywood. Hollywood folks don't put the people on. No, okay, but he was knowing that. But I wouldn't just call him Hollywood though. Come on, I don't follow a lot of the social media stuff. But what's the thing that everybody talk about with Deshaun and on his social medias, his snaps and all that? It's excessive. I got a homeboy who has like no social media. Like my best friend has no social media, no none of that. He knows how excessive Deshaun is on his social, talking about the dude always doing this, that, and the third. I don't follow him, so I don't know. But I hear that from all types of people. Like all that super flash. I'm not knocking somebody for wanting to be flashy, have a good time, buy people stuff like that. But we know what Hollywood is, it ain't. And I just feel like the cat turned Hollywood. We thought he was kind of like he came this down home Southern boy appeal, and then it turns out he's Hollywood dude, man. Hey, that's cool. That's cool. Hold on, let me unmute while I see why send it off over here. Hold on. Yeah, hey, I will take the hate. Dog, whoa, come on, bro. You know where we at right now. You know what I've said about Jalen Green on multiple occasions, and I've talked about his questionable dress. I've talked about, what's his name, with the bell bottoms. I talk about all these. What are you saying? I talk about everybody. The
And I'm gonna have to say some.
No,
like, come on now.
Unfortunately, that whole part was muted.
I'm trying to be on my best behavior. It is on a Friday night after work, bro. Like, come on now. Stop with the bullshit. Please.
I'm just saying. Dog, nobody knows what's going to happen with this situation. The likelihood is he's gone more than it is that he stays. I think you have more contenders jumping in the mix, willing to make offers. If the same people feel like he's more valuable than Russell Wilson, means you should have a real good haul coming in. I will take that haul and I will move forward. Because what I feel is, why try to force somebody who don't want to be here to be here? Aaron Rodgers' situation is different because he already has a ring. I think it's different when you talk about a young dude who hasn't accomplished it.
Did he ever say he didn't want to be here? Show me. Because last thing I heard on the paper, he put on a whole Houston Chronicle article, how he want to be here for the rest of his career and bring Houston a Super Bowl champion. Did he not say that or not? Or did he ever ask for a trade? That's what I'm talking about.
So he said that, and then now was it before or after that when Michael Vick asked him, well, where you finna get traded to? Where you finna go to? Hit me after the thing. I'll tell you after that. Hollywood. That's insinuating that I'm getting up out of here. Hold on,
Week is going off. Week is going off.
What you got there, boy?
What you got there, boy?
How you gonna say you don't judge him on him being flashy, then judge him for being flashy? How do you say, oh, well, he do this, he do that, he Hollywood? Bruh, you had Hollywood. Bro, DeAndre Hopkins, he could be considered Hollywood. Bro, if you're going to sit here and say that J.J. Watt, at the height of his career, was not the most Hollywood, bro, get the hell out of here. He was kicking it with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Bro, he was kicking it with the Bushes in the press boxes. Bro, he was get out of here, bro. Get out of here. We have had Hollywood dudes on this team, bro, from all over the landscape. Do not try to downplay the guys that we have had. Is he a young dude? Is he from a different era who moves a little different from our era? So what? At the end of the day, bro, it's their time, it's their wave. Let them have it, bro. I know we're going to make fun of them anyway, but it is what it is. Let them have their time. This is the way that they move, bro. He going to find out eventually. You can't be this way forever. What I will say, bro, I do agree with you in terms of the haul, but we gonna sit here and we gonna act like, bro, this man never came out, nor, and I understand the argument is gonna be tried to make, but he didn't say, well, at the end of the day, he didn't speak on this whole issue. We were all talking about, and we were all judging the way that his team is, but clearly his people know exactly what to do. He knows how to shut the hell up and get off. So, I mean, how can we really judge the situation like that when in turn the man was by the grand jury, so multiple people were looking at this situation, multiple people had to come to an agreement to say this man did not do what was clearly alleged against him. And the fact that he is clear to all of this, and he is still getting all the slack from all the haters like Honcho. This is exactly why, bro. This is exactly why we can't be taken seriously because of crap like that. Bro, DeAndre Hopkins, bro, you got me speaking crazy, bro. Like, bro, Deshaun Watson, bro, has every opportunity from now till he is out of the organization to prove otherwise. I'm saying the same way that people want us to give Davis Mills a chance because somehow he's something special and he's supposed to be doing this from here. I don't see it, but at the end of the day, if people want to preach that, then I say give the man who's already won the job in 2017 the option to be able to finish out his career and let's stop speaking for him and let him and the organization speak for themselves. That's what I would say.
That's what we've been waiting on. When is he going to speak? When is he going to say something? You letting all these allegedly unfounded, unproven, untrue rumors float around about you and you say nothing. You know, I mean, you do nothing. So you just let people, you know, all these quote unquote, you know, verified individuals, you know, put these rumors out here about you. You just let it float around and you let people paint a picture about you.
The weakest one in the room is the loudest one in the room. That's what he paid people for. Why is he in the business of talking when behind the scenes he getting it done? If he can stop his freedom, then he can get on the football field and show out. That's all I'm saying. Give him, that's what it takes. Because that's all we need anyway. What goes on in his personal life don't concern me of any sports figure. I don't care what they do. It is what it is.
So let me get wise and then we will get ready to start winding down here.
Talking about, we ain't trying to hit none of that. Ain't Honcho the same person, spits and wink? Ain't this the same man that said, oh, I don't care what players do outside of the football or the basketball field. I don't care. I just care about their production.
No. This is what I say. This is what I say. Hear me out. This is my saying. This is what I say. I said appreciate them for what you found them for. So I didn't say that I only like him for this. I appreciate Deshaun Watson for him being on the football field. I can think he's a weirdo off the field. I don't like him for his fashion sense or his political takes or any of that, but that's a part of who he is. I found Deshaun Watson because of what he did on the football field. That's what I support him for. I can clown all the other stuff. I think the stuff is weird. It's weird.
Man, Warriors and this and that, but Deshaun Watson is my hitters. He's my quarterbacks and this and that. We can have the jokes and that's funny. But when we talking business, Deshaun Watson is the answer. Stop it.
Deshaun Watson will not be quarterback in this team. But with that being said, it's about that time to get ready to wind it down. I know Wise got some stuff he got to handle. If y'all want to continue participating, engaging, and enjoying this conversation, you know what the after party is, and a Patreon and the Discord, patreon.com/SouthSports. You want to be a part of that. We'll keep that thing going. It's always jumping. Again, I want to say shout out to Fox 26. If you're watching on the app, definitely appreciate you. If you're watching on the tube, make sure you hit that like button. You can be a hater, hit the dislike button. Really don't care either way it goes. But these three gentlemen, y'all got anything y'all want to say before we get up out of here? Let me do it one at a time so that way the sound don't sound too crazy.
Bro, you will hate us. You're gonna die hate us. And I hope, bro, Scotty crawls in your bed and he eats some hog maws and he leaves it all in the center of your bed with steam on the top of it. Like, give him a little bit of corn and some Dorito crumbs at the end. Like the edges part. Like, I just hope it's sitting on top, bro. Like, at the end of the day, bro, you got a mess on your hands and you need to clean that up. But shout out to Fox 26 for doing us right. Once again, we appreciate y'all for bringing us on. Once again, we all know that Ed Honcho in today's show is the weakest link. We get it. The boy Whitney Merciless on the mic today. We know exactly what it was. We'll find him in about a month or so, see if he'll give us a good take on draft night. But shout out to Sauce Nation, need my boy. We're gonna keep it G. Shout out to the rest of the round table. Y'all already know what it is. Third Coast Towards Sports TV. Man, hey, y'all know what it is. We the answer, but not Honcho. I don't. Oh, God.
As soon as somebody think a little bit different, the others in that group start abusing them for having a difference of opinion. We see this in the political arena, but I never thought that it would come to Houston sports and we would get to this place. But this is where we are now. I understand. I get it. I mean, it is what it is. Mr. Wise Man, anything you want to say before we get up out of here?
I want to shout out to Fox 26 for giving us the opportunity on a Friday evening to provide some sauce, some drip to the city. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the Patreon. It's $4.99 a month. Get in the Discord conversation. Free agency is next week, so it's gonna be popping off. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Boys gonna be in the chat talking about Nicky Casario. He's gonna have to sign about 30 players, so it's gonna be coming fast. So make sure you're in the conversation and everything like that. Like Wink said, Honcho is a hater. Very disappointed in Honcho. I don't know. I feel like I'm just leaving the AA meeting or something because I get more stress on the sauce than I get stress at work. Like, I'm stress free at work, but when I come to the sauce, it's a whole different situation.
Yeah, hear me?
But I have another thing. Anything you want to say to the people before we get up out of here, Mr. Spitz?
Oh man, shout out to everybody there, Sauce Nation. Appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to everybody on Fox 26. Appreciate the platform. Shout out to my boy Wise and Wink for holding it down with me on the roundtable night. And Honcho, Honcho. This is the absolute worst performance. I'm vastly disappointing you this evening. Vastly disappointed. I'm more impressed by Brock Osweiler in the fourth quarter of the game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. No, scratch that. Against the New England Patriots. I'm more impressed by 2016 Brock Osweiler than I am in you this evening, Honcho. This is just an absolute horrific performance. I know you can do better. I know you can do better. But it was just horrendous because at the end of the day, do you want to be the franchise that trades away Deshaun Watson? Point blank.
No, I don't want to be. I don't want to be the franchise that got to the point where we are now. I don't want to be the franchise that has to deal with all the ups, downs, shenanigans, tomfoolery, and just nonsense that we've dealt with, for the past 20 years. But here we are. Nothing I can do about that. That's all that matters about all them folks on Kirby. But again, it's okay. It's okay. We're not always going to agree. Everybody say when you watch, so all they do is they agree all the time. Hey, everybody got to have their own opinion, regardless, of what these other gentlemen think. I still feel the way I feel, and they're entitled to their own opinion. But we'll see come this season what happens. I mean, I think we'll see in a couple of days what's going to happen. I don't think it's going to take. I think it's going to happen before the draft. We'll know something spectacular. But with that being said, shout out to Fox 26, shout out to Sauce Nation. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Make sure y'all following on the proper social medias up in the corners. Sauce Sports HTX. And I think actually I have a TikTok. It's actually on the Spot Sport. We'll fix that. But make sure y'all following all that good stuff. Hit the like button. Chugging up a deuce. Catch y'all Tuesday at least. Actually, I'm going to be going out of town this weekend. So yeah, we'll definitely catch y'all Tuesday. With that being said, we're chugging up a deuce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. But most of all, y'all stay saucy. Meet us there. Beat us there. Don't meet us there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Hit you in the Discord.